Hello students, I am Rashmi Padwa, Assistant Professor from St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management. Now, today's topic is Venn diagram of 8086. In the last lecture, we discussed about architecture of 8086 microprocessor. So, in this lecture, we discuss 8086 pin one by one. So you can see that 8086 microprocessor is a 16-bit microprocessor and having a 40 pins. You can see in the diagram there are 40 pins, and we will discuss these pins one by one. So first of all, there is a power supply and a frequency signals. It uses 5-volt DC supply at VCC pin. You can see here the pin number 40 VCC pin, and uses ground at VSS, this pin number 1 ground. Now come to the pin number 19, that is your clock signal. This clock signal is provided through pin number 19. What is the function of this clock pin? It provides timing to the processor for operation. It provides timing to the processor for operation. Its frequency is 5 megahertz, 8 megahertz, and 10 megahertz. That is different for different version. Next, address and data bus. Address and data bus. You can see these address lines AD0 to AD15. These are the 16 address oblique data lines. These are multiplexed. You know why these lines are multiplexed? To reduce the complexity of the processor. That's why they address lines and data lines are multiplexed. You can see that the pin number 16 AD0 to AD7, this is the lower order byte data, and AD18 to AD15 carries higher order data byte. During the first clock cycle, it carries the 16-bit address, and after that it carries the 16-bit data. You can differentiate between both the words. First clock cycle में it carries the 16-bit address, and after that it carries the 16-bit data. Now come to the address and the status bus. This AD16, AD17, AD18, AD19. These address lines come along with the status lines. These are the 4 address oblique status buses. So during the first clock cycle, it carries the 4-bit address, and later it carries the status signal. Now come to the pin number 34, just after these pin, BHE and S7. What do you mean by BHE? BHE means bus high enable, and S7 stands for status pin. Bus high enable, it is available at pin number 34, and it is used to indicate the transfer of data using the data bus. ये pin indicate करती है transfer of data using data bus, or which data bus? D8 to D15, and this signal is active low during the first clock cycle. ये active low है signal first clock cycle. After that, there is a pin read 32. Pin number 32 is read, RD, read bar. It is available at pin number 32. It is used to read signal for read operation. This is used for read signal for read operation. Next is ready, pin number 22. It is available at pin number 22, and it is an acknowledgement signal uh, from the input output device that data is transferred. अगर ये ready pin signal जो है हमारी active है, high है, तो it means that it indicates that the device is ready for transfer of data. But when it is in low state, it indicates that wait state. Next is reset. Reset is available at pin number 21, and it is used to restart the execution. It is used to restart the execution. This signal, yeah, or this pin is active high for first 4 clock cycle to reset the microprocessor. Next is INTR, pin number 18. This is available at pin number 18. It is an interrupt request signal which is sampled during the last clock cycle of each instruction to determine if the processor considered this is an interrupt or not. Next is NMI, non-maskable interrupt. It stands for a non-maskable interrupts. You know the interrupts are of two types. One is maskable interrupt and another is a non-maskable interrupt. So this pin is non-maskable interrupt. Non-maskable, it is available at pin number 17. Basically, what is the difference between maskable and non-maskable? You know, students, maskable interrupt is that which can be avoided for some time or for some time period के लिए, but non-maskable interrupt को हम अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते एट द टाइम ऑफ जब ये इंटरप्ट अकर होता है हमें उसको करंट प्रोसेसिंग को रोक स्टॉप करके अपने उसको एग्जीक्यूट करना होता है. नाउ next is MN and MX. You can see this pin 33. MN and MX. It indicates the minimum and maximum mode. It indicates when mode the processor is to operate. Which mode? What mode? At what mode your processor is operating? When it is high, it works in minimum mode and vice versa. Next is pin number INTA. You can see from this pin number 24, that is in minimum mode. You can see here the pin configuration in both the modes, maximum mode and minimum mode. And in last lecture, we discussed about minimum mode and maximum mode. INT is interrupt acknowledgement signal, and when the microprocessor receives the signal, it acknowledges the interrupt. Next is ALE, address latch enable. It pin indicates the availability of valid address. This signal indicates that the address present or a validity of address on the address lines oblique data lines. Next is DEN, data enable. Next is DEN, data enable. It stands for uh, it is used for enable trans receivers. The trans receivers is what? It is a device which is used to separate data from the address oblique data bus. Next is DT oblique R, that is data transmit oblique receive signal, and it is available at pin number 27. It decides the direction of data flow through the trans receivers, and when it is high, the data is transmit out and vice versa. Next, pin number 28, that is memory oblique input output bar. This signal is used to distinguish between memory and input output operation, and when it is high, it indicates that input output operation, and when it is low, it indicates that memory operation. Next is write WR. WR stands for write 29th pin number. It stands for a write signal, and it is used to write the data into memory or the output device depending upon the status of memory oblique input output signal. HLDA, hold acknowledgement. This is at the pin number 30. It stands for a hold acknowledgement signal and available at pin number 30. This signal acknowledges the hold signal. Next is HOLD, pin number 31. It indicates that the processor, it indicates to the processor that external devices are requesting to the access the hold, other device wants the access or requesting to access the address oblique data bus. Next is the pin number 25 and 24, that is the QS1 and QS0. These are the Q status signals and which tells the operation related to the pipelining. Last lecture we discussed about the pipelining. Microprocessor 8086 having a 6 byte of instruction queue. So these pins are related to that status. When QS0 and QS1, both the pins are 0, there is no operation. When QS0 is 0 and QS1 is 1, then first byte of opcode from the queue is fetched. When QS0 is 1 and QS1 is 0, then empty the queue. And when QS0 and QS1 both are 1, then subsequent byte from the queue is fetched. Now, this next is the 26, 27, 28. These are the S0, S1, S2 status pins, and which tells the status of corresponding operation. When these three pins are combined along with their table of, for example, S0, S1, S2, all three pins are 0, 0, 0, then interrupt acknowledgement. When two pins are 0 and 1 is 1, then input output read operation, and correspondingly their combination will tell about the their combination tell us about their status. Next, the pin number 29, that is lock, LOCK. When this signal is active, it indicates to the other processor not to ask the CPU to leave the system bus. It is activated during the lock prefix or any instruction. And it means that when this lock pin is active, ये indicate करेगा कि processor is not to ask the CPU to leave the system bus. Next is RT, RQ oblique GT and RQ oblique GT1. Basically, that is pin number 30 and 31. These are the request grant signals and used by the other processor to requesting the CPU to release the system bus. These are the request grant. RQ is request, GT for grant. And when this signal is received by CPU, then it sends acknowledgement. So जब भी ये signal is received by the CPU, it sends the acknowledgement. अब you can see the RQ GT0 and RQ GT1. So RQ GT0 has a higher priority than RQ GT1. So this is all about the pin diagram of 8086. Now discuss about instruction sets of 8086. Next topic is a instruction set of 8086. There are 6 types of instruction in 8086, that is data transfer instruction, arithmetic instruction, string instruction, bit manipulation instruction, program execution transfer instruction, and interrupt instruction. Basically, what is the role of this instruction in 8086 microprocessor? These instructions play important role in the programming. When we are doing programs of 8086, suppose addition of two numbers, subtraction of two numbers, multiplication, division, or some other program which students used in their labs, microcontroller lab. So these instructions are used in experiments in their programs. So we will discuss these instructions one by one. The first instruction is data transfer instruction. Basically, these instructions are used to transfer the data from one source operand to destination operand. Means to that, in this data transfer instruction, we move the data, we transfer the data, or you can say the copy the data from one source to destination. For example, move, push, pop, push A, push P, push A, pop P, pop A, exchange, XLT. This word is XCHT means exchange, and XLAT means translate. So, what do you mean by move? This is used to copy or a move or a transfer the byte or a word from the source to destination. Push. Push means to put a word at the top of the stack, and pop means uh, take out the word to get a word from the top of the stack to the provided location. Next is exchange. It is used to, this instruction is used to exchange the data from the two location. Next instruction is a XLAT, that is translate. When used to translate a byte in AL using a table in the memory. Next is, these are more examples for the input output port, input and output. IN for input and OUT is output. Input is used to read a byte or a word from the provided port of the to the accumulator, and output instruction is used to send out a byte or a word from the accumulator to the provided port. Next, these are more examples of data transfer instruction, that is LEA. It means load effective address. LDT, load DS register. LES, load ES register, provide and other provided registers from the memory. Now these are more instruction to transfer flag register. LAHF, SAHF. LAHF is load AH register with the lower byte of the flag. F stands for flag, AH stands for AH register, and L stands for load. Similarly, SAHF, S stands for store, and F stands for flag, and AH stands for a register. Now come to the arithmetic instruction. Arithmetic instructions नाम से ही clear है. Arithmetic instruction means to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So for the addition, subtraction and multiplication, division, in सब purpose के लिए we have a separate instruction. Suppose add, ADD, this is used for addition. SUB, this is used for subtraction. SBB, use subtraction with borrow. So first of all, what do you mean ADD? This is used to add the provided byte to byte. ADC is used to add with carry. INC is used to increment. AAA is used adjust accumulator. After this is adjust ASCII code after addition. DA is a decimal after add or subtract operation. So next is to perform subtraction. सब्ट्रैक्शन इज SUB. हम सब्ट्रैक्शन के लिए हमारे पास है SUB. SBB इज सब्ट्रैक्शन विद बोरो, एंड DEC फॉर डिक्रीमेंट, NPG इज फॉर नेगेट, CMP इज फॉर कंपेयर, AAS फॉर adjust ASCII code after subtraction, DAS is adjust decimal after subtraction. So next is perform multiplication. Multiplication के लिए MUL or IMUL. MUL is for used for multiply, and IMUL is for multiply sign byte by byte. AAM is adjust ASCII code after multiplication. Next is the instruction to perform the division. These are the DIV, used to divide the unsigned word. IDV, divide the signed word or a signed double word by word. AAD, adjust ASCII code after division. CWD, this is used to fill the upper word of the double word with the sign byte of the lower word. Next is the bit manipulation instruction. What do you mean by this instruction? These instructions are used to perform the operations like logical or a shift operations. इसमें हमारी डेटा बिट्स इन्वॉल्व होती हैं और लॉजिकल और शिफ्ट ऑपरेशन करते हैं. लॉजिकल मींस you know in digital electronics the logical operation, AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation, and test. What do you mean by this NOT? This NOT is used to invert each bit of a byte or a word, and is used for adding each bit in a byte with the correspondingly byte in the another byte. OR is used for multiply each bit in a byte with the correspondingly byte. XOR is used to perform the exclusive OR operation over each bit in a byte oblique word with the correspondingly byte in another byte oblique word. Next is a test. Test is used to add operand to update flags without affecting operands. Next, there is a ये सब जो थी instruction logical instruction थी. After that there is a shift instructions. SHR, SAR, SHL, SAL. So SHR is a shift byte towards right. SAR shift bits of a byte towards right and copy old MSB into new MSB. Next is SHL oblique SL. These are used to shift bits of a byte oblique word towards left and put 0 in the LSB. So these are the logical, these are the shift operations. Next is a इसी में आता है instructions to perform rotate operation. These are the instructions which perform rotate operation. That is ROR, ROL, RCR, RCL. What do you mean by ROL? ROL is used to rotate bytes towards left. ROR is used to rotate rotate bits of a byte towards right. RCR is used to rotate bits of a byte towards the right. RCL is used to rotate of byte towards the left. Make sure towards the right and towards the left. उसमें है used to rotate bits of a byte or a word towards the right, means that LSB to MSB. But इसमें एक चीज का ध्यान है कि यहाँ पे ROL और RCR है, या फिर ROR और RCR दोनों है, रोटेट तो राइट कर रहे हैं, बट उसमें क्या है, जो ROR है उसमें हम कैरी फ्लैग को इंक्लूड करेंगे, RCR में कैरी फ्लैग को इंक्लूड नहीं कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज स्ट्रिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन. String instruction is a group of bytes or a word, and their memory is always allocated in a sequential order. It means that इसमें examples आप ले सकते हैं REP oblique REPZ LODS. REP is what used to repeat the given instruction till the CX is 0. REPE क्या आएगा? Used to repeat the given instruction until CX is 0 or a 0 flag is 1. Right? Next is the program execution transfer instruction. In this instruction, what we are doing, these are used to transfer oblique branch the instruction during an execution. इसमें examples हैं call, return, jump. Call is used to call a procedure or save their return address to the stack. RET is used to return from the procedure to the main program, and JMP is for use jump to provide address to proceed to the next instruction. Next is processor control instruction. Processor control instruction is used to control the processor action by setting or resetting the flag values. What the flag values? This instruction is related to the flags. सपोज हमने फ्लैग फॉर्मेट पढ़ा था 8086 का लास्ट लेक्चर में, उसमें था कैरी फ्लैग, डायरेक्शन फ्लैग, ओवरफ्लो फ्लैग. So these instructions are related to that flags, or these instructions are used to control processor by setting or resetting the flag values. So STC क्या है? Used to set carry flag. Used to set carry flag, that means CF is a carry flag to 1. CLC means used to clear carry flag, that means CF to 0. CMC क्या आएगा? Used to put complement at the state of carry flag. STD क्या है? Used to set the direction flag DF to 1. CLD क्या है? Used to clear the direction flag DF to 0. STI क्या है? Used to set the interrupt enable flag to 1. CLI क्या है? Used to clear the used to clear the interrupt enable flag to 0. So these are the processor control instruction. Next is the interrupt instruction. Basically these are related to interrupts. अब जब हमें किसी प्रोग्राम में interrupt को कॉल करना है during the execution of program, तो ये इंस्ट्रक्शन यूज होते हैं. तो interrupt instruction, that is INT, INT0 and RET. Basically INT is what used to interrupt the program during the execution and calling service specified. INT0 is used to interrupt the program during execution if OF is 1. RET is used to return from interrupt service to the main program. So these are the interrupt instructions. Now this is all about the architecture जो हमने लास्ट वीडियो में किया. इस वीडियो में हमने पेन डायग्राम एंड इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट किया. सो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन अप टू दिस टॉपिक इज दिस वन. पेपर में एमडीयू में पूछा जाता है एक्सप्लेन आर्किटेक्चर ऑफ 8086 और अ ब्रीफ डिटेल ऑफ पेन डायग्राम ऑफ 8086. तो आपको सारी 40 पिन्स पता होनी चाहिए और उनकी वर्किंग जो मैंने भी एक्सप्लेन किए, और आर्किटेक्चर आपको पता होना चाहिए, उसके ब्लॉक डायग्राम्स पता होना चाहिए. थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स.